Scholars today often call this the Colossian Heresy. Now, there is some debate amongst scholars about what exactly this Colossian heresy may have been. Some scholars say it may have been an early form of Gnosticism. Others say it was some sort of mystery cult, while still others say it was actually a form of fringe Judaism. Either way, there is agreement across the board that the Colossian heresy was, again, a syncretistic philosophy, a way of thinking and living that blended a wide variety of religious ideas together. Now, when you and I, as modern people, hear this sort of backstory to a letter like Colossians, we're tempted to think, well, that was then, this is now, right? We don't deal with those sorts of issues today. Most of us think that Christianity today is fairly cut and dry. But when we dig beneath the surface, we discover that we face a similar crisis of syncretism. I mean, even for those of us who are followers of Jesus, it is becoming increasingly common and easy to meld a wide variety of beliefs, values, perspectives, and ethics alongside our own understanding of what it actually means to follow Jesus. And before we know it, our faith becomes, as it did in Colossae, syncretistic. It devolves from the faith that Jesus himself embodied and taught and called us to live into some other murky, diluted, watered-down version that's been influenced and infiltrated by a variety of cultural ideologies. We see this in a number of ways. We see it with the cultural value of materialism, for example, in the way it's given rise to what many call the health and wealth gospel, the subtle and attractive false belief that being a Christian means a life of perfect health and abundant wealth. It's the myth that the moment we say yes to Jesus, all of our problems will go away. The bills will get paid, the ailments disappear, you meet the right spouse and have the right kids and buy the right car and the right job and the right house or whatever else your heart may desire. We also see this sort of modern syncretism in the rise of individualism, as we said earlier. The grave misunderstanding that following Jesus is a completely private affair, that Christianity is about God and me and nothing and no one else. This sort of syncretism leads to a Christianity that's focused solely on getting my personal golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, the place that Christians call heaven. And as a result, we forget that Jesus calls us to live as a community, that he saves us not just into heaven, but that he saves us into a family of brothers and sisters who come alongside one another and live as one. We even see this modern day syncretism with the way nationalism has divided our allegiances. We find ourselves pledging our deepest allegiances to flag and country and specific political parties on the left and the right, and above and beyond our allegiance to Jesus as King. We've mashed together our identity as Americans with our identity as Christians. Listen, I'm grateful to be an American, but as a Christian, my primary allegiance is to Christ and Christ alone. As Paul himself reminds us in Philippians 3, verse 20, followers of Jesus are first and foremost citizens of heaven. There are countless other examples, but this much is clear. Syncretism, the mishmashing of various ideas and beliefs and ideologies, it runs rampant in the world that we inhabit today. This wasn't just an ancient problem, it's a modern problem. This wasn't just an issue for the Colossian Christians, it's an issue for you and me today.